Yo, Juji, welcome back to Closet Talk. So, as the title says, it's true. I don't like Invincible that much anymore. And I'll get into that because, man, yeah, So, as of late, season 3 has officially ended, but I'm just gonna complain because I just have so many problems with the show in general and just the story. First off, there were good moments. Okay, I'm not saying this show sucks. All right, this show had good moments, but as an overarching show, it is not that good. Like if we're comparing, thinking about it, of the all 3 seasons together, it is a clusterfuck of a series because there's so many loose ends and too many continuations going on and too many side plots going on all at the same time that I'm honestly just being like overwhelmed and being like, okay, what is happening? Right? Because god damn, just like too much is happening. And I feel like season 3 was a perfect example of that. Oh, yeah. Remember everything that's going on in this show? Well, here it all is. And just like telling you that none of it is connecting yet. And it's a mess. I think it's an absolute mess of a story. Like season 1 was very straightforward. We had Mark like gain his powers. We found out his dad, Omni-Man's a Viltrumite and is here to conquer Earth. And then basically evil, fucking messing everything up, yada yada, right? And then beating the shit out of Mark and the season 1. And then he dips. It's like, okay, cool. Like that is the story. We are dealing with that. But then after that, it is just so messy, and I feel like just draws so much away from Mark's storyline that I am more invested in side stories than our main character story. Like, first off, I am way more invested in Alan than Mark, which I feel like a lot of people are, which I think is a major flaw in storytelling. Because how can you create a story where your characters are far more invested in a side character than your main character? I feel that defeats the entire purpose of the show called. And also, okay, first off, Mark gets his ass whooped way too much. Like, for fuck's sakes, I thought he is. But no, he's not. He's not. He's. Like, he gets his ass whooped more times than I wipe my ass on the toilet seat. Like what the fuck is going on, dude? I thought Viltrumite's supposed to be strong as shit, but clearly Mark is not. And Mark as a character has not changed, which really pisses me off. Like, okay, I don't want to say not changed, but he hasn't progressed at a rate he should be considering his situation. Because he gets his ass whooped by his dad, and he's going through some depression arc and yada yada. His girlfriend, he's trying to have a relationship, trying to live a normal life, but he keeps thinking he can, but bro, you're a superhero, you're not normal. So Mark is going through some shit, but still he's like very strong set on the ideas like I won't kill. But even when he's seeing his family members getting threatened, fucking his mom about to die to Angstrom, he's like he finally snaps, right? So this is kind of season 2 ending. He finally snaps and then he's all like, oh, I'm gonna kill this guy. Like, I'm done. I'm gonna kill this guy because he is about to kill my mom and my little brother. So he fucks up Angstrom. And I'm like, okay, cool. He finally kills someone. But then season 3, we find out Angstrom's still alive. Which I think defeats the whole purpose. The whole purpose of season 2. So I'm like, oh, cool. So Mark was living this whole idea in his mind. Is like, oh my god, I actually killed someone for the first time. And he's like going through it, but it finds out Angstrom's still alive. So what happens with Mark? He's low-key relieved. He's like, oh, well, I didn't kill him. But also kind of like stressed out because now Angstrom's back, right? And fucking sends multiverses of Marks into his Earth or into his universe, and then Mark, more multiple are fucking up his planet. It was like, okay, cool, right? But the fact that Angstrom was alive was so dumb. I think that is just so dumb because okay, first off, how, right? Mark literally caved his fucking giant brain in and he's dead. He was 100% dead. But of course not, right? Because he comes back. So it's like, okay, so it either means that Mark was holding back, which why would he? Or two, some just plot armor, just straight up plot armor, which again I think defeated the whole purpose of season 2. Like Mark was supposed to kill someone for the first time and live through it in season 3. I thought that was the whole idea, but nope, that's not the case. Angstrom comes back. Mark still doesn't kill him because Oliver shows up and is like, yeah, you should kill him. He's ruining everything. And then Mark hesitates. Oh, why? Like, why? Now, let's get into this. Oliver. I hate him. Terrible character. Why would you introduce a more immature character when our main character has such flaws? Like, and all right, I was telling this with my roommates, and it's like, oh, maybe that's like the whole idea. It's like Mark, still like this immature individual trying to figure out his own problems and his own life, now has to take care of a younger little shit. So it's like, can he really like meet up to that father figure, that older brother figure, while trying to figure out his own problems? And I'm all like, you know what, that is good. But to be fair, I think I'm giving that show too much credit. Because it's like, there's no way. There's like, I don't think so. Because Oliver is just straight up a little shit. He kills the Mauler twins and whatnot. And it's like, okay, yeah, he's actually strong because he's a Viltrumite or whatever. But still, Oliver is like so meaningless to the show, I feel like. It sucks. Because again, now Mark can't grow because he has to deal with a new shit. It's like, god damn it, like, do something about that. So when the last episode 8 of season 3, Conquest shows up, okay, first off, banger episode. That episode low-key saved the season in my opinion, because I feel like everything was building up for that, of course, but not even because there's just so much shit going on. But basically, yeah, it's like episode 8, I was watching that shit. Conquest, my goat. Like, oh my god, he fucks up everything, and it's low-key like end of season 1 again, where everyone's fucking dying. And then Oliver shows up thinking he could help, and the bitch slap was so satisfying. And when Conquest was about to tear Oliver apart, I was literally screaming at the TV, do it! Do it! But of course he doesn't, right? And Oliver's still alive, and I was so pissed. I was unironically pissed, because I'm like, god damn it, they did not kill Oliver. So, he's still alive. And then, now in season 3, we got the whole romance between Eve and Mark finally comes to life. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But the thing is, like, bro, Eve, you're a fucking bum, dog. Like, when she showed up trying to fight Conquest, I started laughing my ass off because I'm like, dude, what does she think she's gonna do? Right? Because her powers are broken to shit. It's just Eve is dumb as fuck. She doesn't know how to utilize her powers to basically be God. Because she could manipulate atoms. I don't think people understand how fucking complex that power is. Like, and for a moment there, I was like, okay, maybe she's cooking, because she was all like, oh, I increased the density of the air around me, so you're slow and can't move. I'm like, okay, she's cooking. But then she keeps hitting him with just glass or what, like her pink whatever shits. And I'm like, bro, you think blunt force is gonna do anything on a Viltrumite? I'm like, Eve, do you ever fucking learn? And then of course she gets donutted. And I was like, oh, let's go. She's dead. This is the snapping point for Mark. Right. And it kind of is. But still, Mark doesn't have that. Like, he has just so much hatred in him. But I feel like he's not actually letting it out because he's, like, blinded by too much emotions. And maybe that's the whole idea, right? Because he grew up on Earth and now he's emotional shit, right? But fuck, bro, like, you need to lock in, like, genuinely, like, Mark, you need to lock the fuck in. And it just pisses me off how he doesn't ever. He never locks in until he sees someone close to him basically die, right? And he's all like, okay, and then bang. But even then, like, he still gets his ass whooped. Like, Conquest beats his ass, and I'm all like, God damn it, Mark, like, dude, all the training you're doing on Earth, basically, like, the one training scene where he's beating up a kid who turns into a monster, and I'm just like, what? Like, dude, it's just so sad, and it really does piss me off how nothing is changing with Mark, like, nothing at all. And, of course, Eve, I don't know, some, like, thing in her brain or like some block, it like breaks, and then she revives, she come back to life, basically God, and just like solar flare, bang, Conquest. But Conquest was still alive. I was like, oh shit, damn, like, bro is maybe that busted. But it's like, what the fuck was that about? I don't know. Maybe they explained it in like the Eve special, but I've not watched it and probably won't because I don't care enough. So it's like, cool. And then finally Mark caves Conquest's head in. And I'm like, okay, now he killed someone. I'm like, perfect. He actually killed a Viltrumite, and now Mark will be stronger. Right? Then why the absolute fuck was it shown that Cecil made a whole ass underground base and just for Conquest, even though he's dead, right? Or should be? But then they're all like, it's like, oh, if he as much as moves a centimeter or twitches, this building will blow up. Indicating that Conquest isn't dead? So it's like, what the fuck? Why would they not kill, like, so I'm just like, for a show where people die all the time, why the fuck is no one dying? Like, I said it. I fucking said it. And you know what? Who does die? Rex. The only fucking character and only hero that acts like a hero. It's fucking stupid. It is dumb. And that pissed me off. Like, Rex, hands down, the only character that actually changed throughout the entire series. Like, probably second to Robot, but, like, that's a whole other spiel. But Rex, like, season 1, jackass, you're supposed to not like him, right? But we see him grow and change. Like, we should with Mark, but we don't, right? Because Rex is a cooler guy or whatever. But it's like, the fuck, man? Like, and then Rex is sacrificed in the end to save his friends. It's like, oh, cool. Why the fuck is a Mark like that? Like, God, like, you know what? Rex should be called not Mark, because, like, goddamn, that was dumb as shit. And it sucked. I was so upset that the only character that I actually cared about fucking died. While everyone else is still alive. It's like, oh, cool. Like, this writing is fire, I guess. But it's such a mess, and I don't think I could follow it anymore because it's just too much at this rate. And then, oh god, they had the fucking audacity to show in the end after credits of season 3 some demonic ritual, and basically he's like, oh, check it out, new character's gonna be introduced or whatever. Like, at this point, I really do think this show is purely to appeal to the people and fans who have read the comics. Because me, I have never read the comics. Okay? So maybe that's the issue. Because I'm not expecting anything. I'm not being like, oh my god, this means this. Or it's like, oh, because they showed this thing is gonna happen later. Like, I have no collection or any clue of what's gonna happen with this show. And I think that's an issue on the direction of it. Because, again, like, for someone who has never read it, I'm this disappointed and pissed off by the show. So again, maybe the whole approach with the show was to appeal to people who have read the comics, because that's how I feel now. Like, so now it's either like, okay, I should read the comics and then continue watching the show, and then just be that guy who's all like, oh my god, bat chest, fucking, oh, it's him or whatever. But fuck, man, like, do I have to? And that sucks. That's not good storytelling. I don't think it is. So that's my spiel. That is my spiel, and I don't think Invincible is that good anymore. So yeah, I ranted long enough. Again, I hate Oliver. Oliver sucks. I pray he dies. Or better yet, fucking becomes evil and then basically bitches Mark. Because if he bitches Mark, then I get to laugh even harder at Mark. Because I'm like, bro, Mark, you're getting bitched on by little green, not green, little purple shit. This is like, wow. Like, wow, man. So maybe that happened. I don't know. Or genuinely just kill him. I don't like Oliver. I don't see any purpose with his character. Because again, it draws away from Mark. I just need Mark to lock in. I really do. I need Mark to do something for once, instead of being a bitch all the time. Yeah. So yeah, that's my statement. Yeah, that's the video too. So it's been Yuji. Thanks for watching.